welcome to How I See It. I'm your host, Robert Shuemak. This is a show about accessible technology and how it can be used. With me, I have Brandy
Jones.
Brandy Jones. How I forget your name. And she's the affairs director of SORTA/Metro. Welcome.
Thank you, Robert, for having me on today.
I just want to talk about some of the accessible features that the buses have, the bus stops, and the streetcar.
Yes, well, Metro is extremely proud to say that our entire fleet is 100% ADA accessible. So anywhere you want to go in our system, our buses are equipped to facilitate that. Mm-hmm. Each bus has either a wheelchair lift or a ramp that allows for individuals using a wheelchair or any other type of mobility device to easily board our buses. Also, in the front area, we have a reserved seating area, if you will, that is for senior citizens as well as those who have disabilities. So it allows for easy onboarding of our buses as well as easy exit without having the hassle of trying to get past other individuals, or if you are in a wheelchair, for example, you have enough space to secure your wheelchair in that front area for a safe and comfortable ride. So anywhere you want to go in our system, our buses are equipped to get you there. That's the first thing. Secondly, if you have a visual impairment, all of our buses are equipped with audio announcements. So if your bus is not just sounding the names of the stops or letting you know where you can transfer, you just simply ask your bus operator to turn that on. So that feature is on every bus, and it will tell you as you are approaching a street, so you have a good idea of what intersections you are at or where you want to get on and off. So that's usually very helpful for some individuals who have a visual impairment. Also, if you are using the assistance of a pet to help you get around or navigate, or a service animal, those animals are welcome on board our buses at no additional cost to you. So we have tried to put things in place to make sure that individuals with disabilities are able to easily access our service and use it with comfort and ease.
Okay, can you talk about the real-time bus stops that actually have the big screens?
Yes.
And they're audible?
Yes. Some of our larger transit centers, for example, at Government Square downtown, which is our largest hub, mm-hmm. Each of those stops have a real-time screen. So it tells you exactly when the next bus is arriving, which helps take the guesswork out of wondering, is my bus, is it running a few minutes late, or is it going to be pulling up? How much time do I have to grab a cup of coffee, or what have you? So those screens are, of course, at Government Square. They are in the Uptown Transit Center District, as well as the other centers around town that are transit centers. So we are able to put those screens in those locations. Metro is also looking to build 3 more transit centers sometime in the next year, one in Northside, one in Walnut Hills, and one in Oakley. And those centers will also have the real-time signs, which are very helpful. And at each of those stations, there is a button you can push for audio announcements. So if you're standing there and you're not able to visually see the signs, it will read to you each of the next buses that are due at that stop. And so that's another helpful tool. And also, even though we have a lot of technology that tells you when your bus is coming in real time, we do know there are individuals who still like the paper, so they're still holding on to those paper schedules. Mm-hmm. And so, of course, if you have a visual impairment and you aren't able to easily read the schedules, because the time points are printed kind of small on some of them, so that we can get all the time points on there, you are able to request a large print schedule. So those
that's something new.
Yeah, those are available upon request.
Mm-hmm. I also noticed that on the telephone, when you call the scheduling line, mm-hmm. that now for the last year or so, you've had the option of having the real-time schedule read to you.
Absolutely.
By using the numbers on the phone.
Absolutely.
And that is awesome.
That is our real-time info line. And we are just fortunate to have a fantastic CEO, Mr. Dwight Farrell, who, when he came in 2015, one of his biggest goals for the system was how do we use technology to make sure that using our system, using our service, finding out when your bus is coming, if it's running behind, where to catch it, how do we use technology to make it as easy as possible to ride our service? And so we know individuals utilize many different ways to find information. So whether it's on your mobile phone, whether you want to use the paper schedule, the old-fashioned way, if you will, or if you want to call them on the home line. So we have the real-time info line for individuals who may not feel comfortable yet using their smartphone to look it up online. They can dial that number. Each of our bus stops has a 4-digit code in the corner. So once you dial that line and enter the 4-digit code, it will tell you when the next buses are due at that stop. So we have really tried to make sure that whether you're using our website, your smartphone, the info line, or the real-time signs, so there's many, many options for you. And to add to that, we opened up our real-time feed to anyone in the city, any developers who want to use that data to create a real-time app. And so several of them have taken us up on the offer. And one really good one that we like is Transit App. And that is a national app that tracks our buses in real time. And so it will tell you exactly, you can show you a little icon of a bus on a map, and you can put in where you want to go, and it will pull where you are, and it will show you the bus coming to you at your stop, or where it is along the route. So if you're like me, and I'm usually running late in the morning, and I'm trying to catch my bus down Witten Road, I'm usually looking at the bus as I'm trying to chase behind it. So it kind of gives me a great idea as to how far I have to go, or where the bus is. So I need to, push it a little harder, or if I got a little bit more time to get there. So that's been a really helpful tool.
And what I really like about it, because I have the app on my phone, and I can just come out of the house and don't have to look at a schedule, get to the bus stop, and check the app, and it'll tell you the next 3 buses
Yes.
that are coming. Now, the only part I don't like about it is the fact that it doesn't tell you which bus it is until it's about to come in the session.
Okay.
It'll tell you Winton Hills, Bond Hill, and then Evendale, but it won't tell you which one is first.
Okay.
Until it's like 10 minutes.
Well, we're always looking for ways to improve, so that feedback is really helpful. But speaking of apps, Metro just this past year launched Cincy Easy Ride, which is an app. It's free. You can download it either on your Android or iOS phone, and you can purchase your fare on your smartphone. So if you rather use a monthly pass or a day pass or a single ride ticket, you can pre-purchase and store those fare payments in your phone. And so when you're ready to ride, you just activate it and show it to your operator. You don't have to worry about carrying that physical pass or your monthly card with you, or if you forgot it in your purse, or digging around for change. So that has really helped making payment of your fare a lot easier. And also, just this past month, we launched Cincy Easy Alerts. Now, this is really helpful. It will tell you by either text message or email if your bus is on a detour, if there's a service interruption, so you don't have to take the, guessing, if my bus stuck in traffic or did something happen. So if you just go on our website, which is go-metro.com, and you can sign up for Cincy Easy Alerts there. And you can put in which routes you ride and want to get notifications for, and it will take all the guesswork out of riding. So we're doing a lot of new, innovative things to make sure that riding our buses is extremely easy, knowing what bus to catch, exactly when it's coming, and even paying your fare right from your smartphone usually.
I also noticed that the streetcar is, I dare to say, 100% accessible, and it's also very easy to access, and speaks as well. So you want to talk about that?
Yes, the streetcar is only one of 2 streetcar systems in the entire nation that has 100% low floorboarding. So when you walk up, if you use a wheelchair, if you're using a stroller, or even a bike, all of the platforms are 100% level with the streetcar vehicle, so you can roll or walk right on board. There is no steps. So all the hindrances, if you will, are out of the way, and the streetcar has an audio announcement. It's actually Lachey, one of the famous singers from here, he's the voice of the streetcar, so he announces all the stops.
Wow.
So we're really making sure that transportation in Cincinnati is extremely accessible to all individuals.
Oh, well, thank you, and I enjoyed talking to you. Always enjoy talking to you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Knowledgeable about everything with Metro.
Perfect.
So, thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you for being a loyal rider, too.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for joining us here on How I See It, and we'll see you next time.